made it to our campsite. Miley did well on the drive. She's just having a break because it was stressful for her. We kind of got given the worst campsite. Obviously it's off-peak, so there's no one here. So there's all this flat ground that's nice and dry on the waterfront, and we got this hilly, low-key bog territory, which is just traumatic. Lol. So yeah, I'm not sure why we got given this. It's also in the shade and it's winter, so I don't really know why, but we're the only ones here. But it was a really good drive and Miley did really well. First night having dinner. Just had a shower. Put on a show. Pretty good life. So while my dinner cooks, I thought I'd give you a rundown of how the first day has gone. So in the morning, I said bye to my dad, my brothers, because they went to school and work. And then my best friend came over and said goodbye, which was super nice. And my mum and sister were there when I drove off, which was very, very lovely. And then the drive there was quite a bit of traffic, and I was feeling pretty nervous and anxious the whole time just because the bus was fully loaded up with everything, which means it's really heavy. And I was like praying that mechanically everything was sound, but it was. There was quite a bit of traffic, and then the Great Ocean Road itself, there was not much traffic at all, and it was a really nice drive. I let Miley out a few times in different places, but she was pretty stressed the whole drive just because obviously like it's completely new for her. And then yeah, I'm the only person on this campground, so it's very, very empty, which is quite nice in my opinion. But the first day has gone really, really well, and I'm still feeling a little bit worried about just the driving part. That's the only thing I'm worried about, but everything else is totally fine. So yeah, it's been a really good first day. We've made it to Bimie Park. How incredible. It's called Bimie Park Camping Under Koalas. Look at this site we've got. Miley! And it's deep within the Cape Otway National Park, but it's dog and pet friendly. What are your thoughts, Miley? She just wants to get out and chase some kangaroos. How good is this campsite? Hey? You happy with this campsite? So basically this place where we're staying is called Bimie Park, and it's famous for how many koalas there are. I think we're just going to stay here one night because basically it's within the Cape Otway National Park, so I was like, oh, we won't allow any dogs, but it's dog friendly. They have their own dogs here and everything because it's like private owned land. And then there's all these walks you can do, but those walks aren't on the private land. They're in the national park, which doesn't allow dogs, so we can't do any of the walks. So I think we're just going to stay one night, but the actual campground is huge. So I'm going to feed Miley her dinner, and then we'll go walk around the campground and see if we can find some koalas. So well trained. Miley has spotted some live goats. Thoughts? Okay, pretty good reaction so far. What are you doing? Miley's made another friend. It's raining, but Miley will be awake and ready for her walk, so let's go wake her up. There she is. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, hello. Hello. Miley, look at the huge kangaroo, mate. We're at Johanna Beach Campground. You're a good dog. Molly's out. I'm eating lunch. Life's pretty good. So we are staying in Johanna Beach campground tonight, which is $15 per night, and dogs are allowed, obviously. There's no amenities, but there is drop toilets, so that's fine because the bus has everything. And we've basically just slowly made our way along the Great Ocean Road, driving about between 40 minutes to an hour every day. And yeah, so tomorrow we'll go see the 12 Apostles, which Miley won't be allowed out of the bus for that, but I'll have a look at them anyway. I've seen pretty much everything because obviously I live in Melbourne, so I've been to the Great Ocean Road heaps of times, but I'm going to go anyway. Furthest I've ever gone is 12 Apostles, so then there's like Port Campbell, I think, and then Warrnambool, and then there's not much to go till the South Australian border, which is really exciting. But yeah, this campsite is lovely. I would definitely recommend it. Now it's time to make dinner. Well, we've been met with very unfortunate weather, as you can probably see. So, oh my god, we drove 1 hour from Johanna Beach campground to 12 Apostles, and then another 10 minutes to this campsite, but I didn't even bother getting out the 12 Apostles because there was no visibility. The whole drive was raining so hard. I had the windscreen wipers on the heaviest setting. So we're just going to stay inside till it clears, and then maybe I'll take Miley to Port Campbell Beach. Miley and I are out in Port Campbell, just going for a little walk around the tiny town. Miley, good girl. I'm currently just cooking Miley her mince, and then she'll have her dinner. She gets dinner at 4 o'clock. And then I'm going to have a shower. Miley eats like a royal, because she is a royal. Dinner time. She's so not interested in food. Are you serious? Right now? I made that for you. So good. I could eat this every night. So I'm just editing this video, and I'm going to cut this video here before it gets too long, and I'm going to document pretty much every single day of my travels, because even if no one watches my videos, I just want to have something to look back on, all the amazing memories. And I just want to say it has been incredible so far. Originally, like, I was like, oh well, I'm doing the Great Ocean Road in winter. Well, not winter, it's like spring now, but like it's been pretty cold and rainy. Like today the conditions were terrible, but it's been so peaceful, and I think that's the kind of travel that I want to chase. Like, I know there will be like a time and place for being camped up with lots of people and meeting them, but I love nothing more than to just be camped up with no one next to me. Like last night I went to bed at 8:15 because I was just so tired, and the only sounds you could hear were the waves crashing on the ocean. So it was just so peaceful. And Miley as well is a completely different dog. I obviously trained her, but because she's a border collie, like at home she was so sensitive to sound, to movement. Like she would bark non-stop in the backyard when other dogs like would bark, and she would hear them from the inside of the house, and she'd scratch at the back door and whine, and then she'd fall asleep, and then as soon as someone in the house like got up and walked around, she'd run to them. Like she just was not doing well. And on the road, like, she's a completely different dog. Like, first thing in the morning, yes, we need to go out first thing, but I don't mind that. Like, wake up, whatever. She's still in a crate because otherwise she'd wake me up at the crack of dawn. So wake up at like 7, get up, go for a long beach walk. Like, I love that. And then after that she just sleeps. And we normally, like, obviously you have to check out of a campsite at 10, so check out of a campsite at 10, get to the new place at midday, have another walk, and then she naps without disturbing a single soul from 12 till like 4. I've never trained her this, so I don't know why. I think it genuinely is just because of how peaceful this life is, but I'll tie her up outside of the bus on a short leash. She just lays there content as anything. Doesn't bark, doesn't whine, doesn't bite the leash. Like, she could not care less about being tethered up, and she's just a completely different dog. Like right now she's asleep, and I promise I won't just film Miley. I know, like, I'm editing my videos, I'm like, wow, every clip is Miley, but I just love her and she brings so much joy to my life. Everyone was like, don't get a dog, you won't be able to go to national parks, you'll blah blah blah. Honestly, I haven't felt lonely once in Tassie. Every single day I was just consumed with feeling lonely. I had nothing to do because the days are so long when you are traveling. Like, even if you drive 2 hours, like, the days are so long. And now I have things to do, I have outings to do, I feel safe going out. Like, I don't know, it's just been so good. And yeah, even Bimie Park, that was in the middle of Cape Otway National Park, and they allowed dogs. And no, we weren't allowed to do any of the hikes, like, outside of Bimie Park, because, like, that Bimie Park was private land and the rest was, like, the Cape Otway National Park. But, like, I don't want to do a hike in a national park on my own anyway. And when I get to places like WA where there are iconic national parks, then obviously, yes, I'll get a dog sitter or I'll put her in, like, a boarding facility for that time. But I love her so much. Anyway, I'm gonna cut this video here. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and I'll see you guys in the next video.